we have King shocks out here. We have XTC power products over here. We have TMW over there. We have some of the best names in the industry out here testing, and we're super excited to hear their results.
My name is Brett King, and I work for King Shocks. I definitely like all the big dunes out here at Glamis. They're unreal. There's nothing like it in the world. The new Destroyer tire it's always been my biggest thing. I always like the buff tires because the carcasses are a little bit thinner and they always tend to give me a little better comfortable ride. The combination of the buff tire and some of these new paddle designs is really, for the side-by-sides, is next level. I can lower my air pressure down if I want a little wrinkle in the tire, and if you don't want wrinkle in the tire, you just put a little more air pressure in them. And on most normal molded tires, they're so thick that you can let the air out of them and they don't even wrinkle. The diamond in the front, it seems to do really good when you turn the tire. It gives a straight edge to the sand. It seems to track real well, and the tire is also fairly wide, so it gives it real good surface area and contact patch to the ground. So you just don't dig, it just has flotation. The car doesn't want to sink, and these tires have been incredible.
I'm Bill Schuler with JAGGED Off-Road in Phoenix, Arizona. Well, we don't do enough duning, but when we do, we come out here, you know, we do a lot of stuff with big groups. We do big group dunes, and you know, a lot of times it's just family dunes. So a little bit of everything, really. The rear paddles, these new rear Destroyer paddles are awesome. I tell you what, it's been a long time since I've actually driven a car with a performance paddle tire on it, and it makes a huge difference. These things track really straight through the dunes. The acceleration is awesome, way better than any molded tire I've ever run. And you know, I was really impressed with how they held the line on the side of a dune. You know, steep dune, they held the line really, really well. These front tires are amazing. They track where some of the straighter Mohawk type tires will search around and kind of follow other tracks. These tires don't do that. They actually find the line that you're pointing in, and they allow you to steer the car where you want it to go. These guys at Sandcraft, I think they're hitting the nail on the head here. They've got a great product. They told us a lot about these tires and the construction, and you know what? They got a lot of new technology in these tires, and I think everyone's gonna be super, super impressed. And you need to get yourself a set of these tires.
Chris Brown, Dune Destroy Desert Whips.
What type of duning do you usually do?
Hard, fast, wrecking cars. First I took out the Slayer 14s, now I just took out the Slayer 16s. The Slayer 16s, definitely, if you have the power, will be awesome, because this is just a little bit overstock. I like the 14s a lot better. I normally run Rogues, 34-inch Rogues, and these tires were quite a bit different. They held a lot better coming off bowls. I'm used to it sliding out a lot more, so it was solid. Like, you give you a solid feel of the car.
And did you notice any difference with the new front Mohawk?
Yeah, it definitely steers night and day compared to the smoothies. You could just turning a little bit, you could feel the car, you know, go where you want it to. A lot easier to manipulate your driving.
Do you recommend the new Destroyer tire lineup to your customers?
Big time. They're excellent. I can't wait to try them out some more and get used to them.
My name is Doug Tyler. I'm from TMW Off-Road. At TMW, we build roll cages, doors, bumpers. You know, I really like the new Destroyer with the Slayer paddle on the Pro R. I like how thick the sidewall is. I like how it slides. I like the traction. Really impressive tire. I love the new front Mohawk design with the diamonds. I love how it gives you that little bit of traction. I love how you can turn a little bit more. It helps you with the steering in the front end, especially in the two-seater. But it also, you know, we were really nervous that when we got on Sand Highway doing 70, it was going to track all over the place. It doesn't do that. It keeps you going straight. It's a nice Mohawk.
Hi, Chris Leeming here with XTC Power Products. Today we got to test out the new Destroyers, 14 paddle, Slayer scoops on there. Man, they were super responsive, and being in a 2,600 pound car, never felt the sidewall fold on it. I mean, it was super stable, 84 miles an hour in the whoops, to power sliding, drifting around some of the bottom of the bowls. It slid when I wanted it to, but track straight as can be when I wanted to go straight and fast. I mean, absolutely epic. So now then on the front, we got these new Mohawk tires with the diamond centers. What's actually really awesome about this is there was no bad feedback in the steering wheel. It had a nice flotation to it and just enough bite with their new diamond shape down the center that helped pull this big car through the bottom corners, but never felt like it was pulling the steering wheel out of your hand and kept a real nice flotation out of it. I would have to say the new Sandcraft Destroyers, I would definitely recommend to my customers. I think this would be an all-around great tire. If you're an undecided person, don't know what kind of tuning style you do, you can't go wrong with this tire. It held up going slow, comfort, smooth through the bowls, 85 plus in the whoops to hard jumping, everything else. I mean, it checked off every box for me as far as how I dune, and I think anyone else could agree with it.
Dan Kibler, camp counselor, guys trip. So I tested the 10 paddle Slayer and the 12 paddle slider. The slider is my favorite. It just slides around really good. The bite is about the same, even though there was more paddles. It still bit the same. It handled the side saddling of the hills. It didn't slide out like I thought it was gonna do. The front Mohawk is where it's at. These new Mohawks are a game changer. I really think that's what sets these paddles apart. And if you don't have them, you ain't doing it right.
All right, guys, and that is a wrap. You see the smile on my face. We've spent the last few weeks with the top industry companies and influencers testing out our new Destroyer paddle tires. And man, I am so excited about the feedback that we have gotten with our patented sliders and slayers on our rear paddles and our new Diamond Mohawk design. I am just so excited to launch this in the next few weeks, so be on the lookout. And now it's time to get in our new bird and head back to Phoenix. See you guys later.